In a smoke-filled, cluttered apartment, a man named Vincent meticulously packs his painting supplies and other belongings into a worn-out suitcase. The ticket he clutches is a one-way fare to Arles. The apartment, in shambles and filled with unfinished art pieces, fades from view as Vincent steps out onto the bustling streets of Paris, about to board a train that promises a new beginning. The station buzzes with life of its own, reminding him of the solace he hopes to find in Arles. As the train pulls into Arles station, Vincent alights, awed by his new surroundings. The lively atmosphere, carrying the scent of fertile soil and sunshine, boosts his spirits as if he was destined to be here. Absorbing the picturesque beauty of Arles, he constructs a mental picture of the vibrant scenery he wishes to capture on canvas. Vincent's eyes are centered on a warm, yellow stone house in the heart of Arles. Trading affable smiles and money, he receives the keys of what would be his new home and studio, the Yellow House. As he gazes at the house, he shares his ambitious dreams with the oblivious house owner of establishing an artist community right here. Time seamlessly blends as we witness the intense engagement of Vincent with his canvas, tirelessly capturing the essence of Arles. Under the spell of the serene dawn, or the vibrant hue of afternoon, or the enchanting twinkle of the starlit night, he paints. Vincent's passion is as vivid as the scenes he immortalizes on the canvas. In the corner of the cluttered studio, stacks of letters sit, patiently awaiting their turn to communicate with the artist. Tonight they bring the news. Paul Gauguin agrees to join him in Arles. With each letter, Vincent hopes of a shared dream turning into reality. The vibrant tableau of Arles is disturbed by an incoming train's whistle. The signature Arles station is alive with habitual chaos, but Vincent eagerly awaits for one person, Paul Gauguin. As the train comes to a halt and Paul disembarks, a feeling of excitement and curiosity fills the air. Life at Yellow House with Paul is not as harmonious as Vincent had imagined. Their living conditions, disagreements over creative ideologies has led to heated arguments. Amid the clutter of canvases and paint tubes, the echoes of their conflicts leave an unsettling residue. A dark cloud settles over the Yellow House, when in a state of distress, Vincent raises a razor to his own ear. He wraps the bloody consequence in a piece of paper, heads for a local brothel, hands it to a horrified woman, and collapses. The act, as morose as the silence that follows, sends shivers along the narrow lanes of Arles. Visibly moved by Vincent's deteriorating mental health, the hospital staff does their best to care for him. Within the sterile walls of the hospital, the artist wrestles with unseen demons from within his genius mind. In the hospital garden teeming with vibrant flora, Vincent finds his lost peace. The morning lights, the gentleness of the garden creates a picturesque scenario. However, the only thing moving is Vincent's brush on canvas, as he intertwines his experience with the beauty of art. As the familiar darkness makes itself felt in Vincent's small asylum cell, something unusual happens. Vincent does not just see stars, but the ethereal dance of cosmic bodies. An inspiration that only eyes of an artist like Vincent can catch. Tonight, he makes the decision to encapsulate this cosmic dance on his canvas. The conception process of Starry Night begins. Vincent, under the dim light of his cell, attempts to transform the vision of the mesmerizing night sky in his mind into tangible, timeless art. Each stroke of his brush an unspoken pledge to his masterpiece. Vincent gazes upon his completed work of a star-filled sky in the sanctuary of his room. Self-doubts of the driven artist occasionally visit in the forms of silence and drawn-out, self-reflecting moments. A glance from the outer world would suggest a content artist, but only Vincent knew of the storms that raged inside him. After a heart-wrenching stay at the mental asylum, Vincent decides to pack up and leave. He shares an affectionate goodbye with the caretaker before he takes one last look at the once alienated cell he called his home. The adventure isn't over yet, but Saint-Remy will always hold a special place in his heart. Auvers-sur-Oise welcomes our artist with warm sunshine and a comforting breeze. As Vincent steps off the train to another new beginning, he hopes the town holds the peace he has been longing for. The colorful yet peaceful countryside validates Vincent's spirits. In a seemingly calm environment of Dr. Gachet's office, Vincent unveils his vulnerabilities. They discuss about the new life in Auvers, its effect on Vincent's mental health. They maintain professional courtesy, unaffected by the tension that subtly laces their conversation. Motivated by the enchanting beauty of Auvers-sur-Oise, Vincent is seen in varying environments, from painting the quiet serenity of untouched nature, to capturing the bustling streets, to capturing the very essence of the French countryside. Vincent is lost in his vibrant tapestry of colors that is his painting. The increased pace of creative process takes a toll on Vincent's health. His pale complexion peeping through his unkempt beard is a testament to that. He's losing weight, bouts of cough haunt him, and yet his painting supplies never left his side. He works in feverish obsession, unheeding of the damage he was causing himself. In a room full of artworks that Vincent created tirelessly, he pens a heartbreaking letter, indulging his brother Theo in his growing despair and loneliness. Each word seemed to echo his deep-seated pain, a cry trapped within the confines of those pages. One can almost touch the heartbreaking silence as Vincent's gaze lies on the revolver in his hands, standing alone in a boundless wheat field. A cloud of hopelessness wraps around him as he surrenders himself to the grim resolve of ending his life. The rustling of wheat against the wind was the lone witness of his despair. In a solitary moment that echoed pain, the gunshot echoes Vincent's unimaginable torment. The frightful silence that follows eclipses all remaining sliver of hope. Disturbing set of seconds that scarred the placid wheat field forever. Injured and weak, Vincent clings on to the fading life, slowly making his way back to his humble room. Auvers, oblivious to his pain, watches in silence. His room, as if awaiting his story, stands still at the end of his painful journey. The grim reaper of death visits Vincent's tiny rented room. Surrounded by his unfinished art, he breathes his last in the arms of his beloved brother. Shadows of eternal silence descend upon him as they mourn the death of not just an artist, but a vision of unmatched creativity. What remains of the vibrant soul is a quiet grave, paintings full of untold stories, a heartbroken brother, and the solemn promise of dawn. The ending credits don't just narrate the end of Vincent's journey, but also the legacy of art he left behind for the world to cherish.